Hi friends, this video is going to show you how you can estimate sums. We did this lesson 2 days ago. We talked about the word estimating and how that means to make a roundabout response or an answer, and the sum, which is the answer to an addition problem. When we look at the word approximately, that is a clue right away that we need to estimate, which can also mean that we need to round. So if you have a question like this where it says 132 is approximately, this is telling us that we need to round this number 132. Same thing with this one. 369 is approximately. Think about rounding and how we might round. And then we're going to find the sum of these two numbers. And so the question here is the sum of 132 and 369 is approximately. So let's take a look at what we do. What are the steps that we need to take? So what's in blue is the type of thinking that you can do. When you have homework that looks like this, you don't need to show all the work like this. You can if you'd like to. Number lines are always very helpful. But this is just the kind of thinking that we have been doing in the classroom that you can do when you complete your homework. So 132 is approximately, you can think about rounding to the nearest 10. So you need to ask yourself, 132 is between what two tens? So when you're thinking about tens, think about place value. And if I was to draw the place value chart and show you 132, this is what it would look like. And so when we're thinking about the nearest 10, we're thinking about how many tens in 132. We have 3 tens. When we look at that, we're looking at these two numbers, 32. And so we ask ourselves, 32 is between what two tens? It's between 30 and 40. So we need to say the whole number. 132 is between 130 and 140. One of the things that we've been doing in class is identifying the middle number. So it helps us place this number accurately on the number line. This middle number is 135. Now, if we go ahead and place 132 on this number line, we can say that 132 is around here. And so now when we look at this number line and think about what is the nearest 10, we can see that 132 is closest to 130. So if you choose to round 132 to the nearest 10, it's going to be 130. How do you round this to the nearest 100? Same thing, you ask yourself, 132 is between what two hundreds? It's between 100 and 200. That middle number is 150. This helps us place 132 on this line. 132 on this line is around here. We can see right away that 132 is close to 100. Not 200 because it's so far away, okay? So now you can take one of these. I'm going to round it to the nearest 10. So I'm going to say 132 is approximately 130. If you round it to the nearest 100 and you picked a 100, that's also acceptable because we're still rounding, okay? Just a different way. So let's do the same thing for 369. That is approximately what number? So again, think to the nearest 10. If I show a place value chart, again, a place value chart helps me see what the place is for each digit. So 369, I'm really looking at the 69. I have 6 tens in 369. And then I ask myself, 69 is between 60. I ask myself, what two tens is it between? It's between 60 and 70. But I have to say the whole number. So 369 is between 360, 370. That middle number is 365. 369 is really close to this number right over here, 370. And I'm going to put that right over here. And I can see that it's closest to 370, not 360. It's 9 away, whereas for 370, it's only 1 away. I can do the same thing. I can think about if I want to round it to the nearest hundred. What two hundreds is 369 between? It's between 300 and 400. This middle number is 350. 369 is right over here. It's closest to which hundred? 300 or 400? It's closest to 400. Now, since for this one I rounded to the nearest 10, I'm going to keep it the same for this one. And I'm going to say round it to the nearest 10. And I'm going to say it's 370. So that is another tip. If you round to the nearest 10, keep it the same for both. If you decide to choose to round to the nearest 100, keep it the same for both. Now I take these two approximated numbers, and now it says the sum of 132 and 369 is approximately. What they're asking you to do here is to take these two and add them. So if I did that over here, 130, and we've been doing a really nice job in the classroom lining the numbers up accurately. If you line them up, then you can see we always start with the ones column, always. 0 plus 0 is 0. We've been saying these numbers correctly. This is not just a 3 or a 7. It's 30 plus 70. It's 100. And then we add 100 plus 100 is 200. Plus 300 is 500. And so approximately the sum of these two numbers is 500. Now, I know some of you are eager to do the exact answer. So I did share that if you want to check, you can check. And the way we check is by adding them to find the exact answer. Look, if I add these two together, now this is going to involve some regrouping, and that's okay. I can check. 9 plus 2 plus 9 is 11. This is going to be a 10 right here, 10 tens. And then we have a 100, 200, and then 500. Look at that, friends. This is 501. Is 501, this is the exact answer, is 500 close to 501? Yes, it's only one away. So this kind of gives us an idea, okay, my approximated answer is close to the exact answer. You don't have to do this step. This is just if you want to check. Also, you don't need to show the nearest 10 and 100. You need to pick one way. Okay, so I hope this video helps you finding the estimated sums.